reconciliation bill goes on, it's going to be, we're going to be disappointed, very disappointed. There's just no doubt in my mind. And I don't know how else to put that. And it's we're going to have to deal with it. But in the meantime, one of the things that's getting floated, in part because Krysten Sinema does not want an increase in corporate taxes.
Or the top marginal rate. Is apparently she is open to a billionaire's tax. We do not know exactly how this is framed, whether it's a wealth tax or if there's some type of like big donut hole, or we just don't know. Ron Wyden's been working on it in the Senate for 2 years, but nobody's seen any documents about it. It has been one of those things that's been sitting on the shelf, or at least been being worked on a shelf. Ron Wyden's been in the lab with a pen and a pen and on that billionaire tax.
But broadly speaking, the idea of billionaires paying more money, frankly, I would like a wealth tax. I would like to go in and take their wealth. Not because we need it to fund things, but because we have a real problem, not just with wealth inequality in this country, but the political inequality that wealth inequality gives birth to. We have gone from a plutonomy to a plutocracy. And who better to critique the idea of billionaires getting taxed more than a 100-millionaire himself, Mitt Romney?
Oh, there he goes.
Well, first of all, it's not a good idea to tell billionaires, don't come to America, don't start your business here, to tell the Steve Jobs and the Bill Gates and people like that, this isn't the place to begin your business, go somewhere else. That's a bad idea. But number two, you're going to tax people not when they sell something, but just when they own it and the value goes up. And what that means is that people are, these multi-billionaires, are going to look and say, I don't want to invest in the stock market because as that goes up, I'm going to get taxed. So maybe I will instead invest in a ranch or in paintings or things that don't build jobs and create a stronger economy. That kind
Okay, two things. Let's work backwards to front. Investing in making money in the stock market, that does not create jobs. That does not create jobs. There is no, there may be a very loose sort of trajectory correlation between how the stock market's doing and the number of jobs that are added. But that is super, super loose and in no way is causal.
Maybe some more sweaty stock traders on the floor of the
maybe a dozen people get more jobs.
But
maybe
that's
there's more,
like the top line number.
And ranches and paintings. I mean, like, you know, for Mitt Romney, who has several $100 million, I'm not exactly sure how much his wealth is. He, as sort of plebe as he is relative to a billionaire, must understand the concept that, like, they can afford the taxes. It's not going to change their spending behavior whatsoever. And Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, I want to remind Mitt Romney, were not billionaires when they started their company. But yes, if you are a billionaire, I would be in favor of you should not come to America. In fact, I would be in favor of you should not only not come to America, you should not have American citizenship. And you're not allowed to lobby or even own companies that are allowed to lobby in this country. Can we do that? Is Romney suggesting we can do that? Because if we can, I will sign up for that.
You know how Joseph Kennedy sort of like his whole story in the New Deal was, or I guess after the Great Depression was he was the inside man helping to show where the bodies are buried on Wall Street, and that's how he could help it. Well, Romney could play that role, but instead he's saying it's just impossible because they're going to spend it in ranches and paintings. Well, how about you have some provisions about those sorts of money laundering or flight from taxes? You could tax paintings and ranches and stuff like that if you wanted to.
Listen, there are ways in which to do this. And I think I'm not exactly sure what
provision of the billionaires tax he's talking about? We don't know that one. I mean, he must like have.
I don't think we know again, Wyden's working on it. We don't know the exact language. We know it's going to raise a lot less than increasing corporate taxes and the top marginal rate would.
I'm less concerned about raising the money, and I am more in favor of inhibiting people owning and monopolizing money.
Yeah, leveling, basically.
Exactly.
That's fine. I do think that this is less structural, and that's why someone like Sinema is in favor of it, and I think that that's obvious.
To me, it's more structural. It is basically saying we're not going to allow, and we need to see how it, but we're not going to allow billionaires or multi-billion. I mean, I would like to basically, any money that you have over, let's say, I don't know, let's just ease people into this. Any money you have over 900 million, and I know that's a shock to a lot of people, you get taken away. It gets taken away. You're not allowed to, like, you get up to 800 million, 900 million, then I think like you're done. You're done.
And then you might have to hire more delivery drivers and, allow some more of your deliverers to take bathroom breaks if you're Jeff Bezos, for instance.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I think what he's talking about is a mark-to-market assessment of like the capital that you own. And that gets taxed. I don't know if that would happen on a yearly basis. But, we have a model for that. And it is called real estate taxes. It exists. You get taxed on the value of your home as assessed by a local tax assessor. And so we can do this. We'll get to the other Mitt Romney thing later. But I'm all in favor of billionaire tax. I'm all in favor of a tax that eliminates billionaires.
I'm all in favor of billionaire taxes as a supplement, is all I'm saying.
Well, I say ban them from entering the country, too.
In fact, deport them.
Deport the billionaires.
We are a pro-deportation of billionaires show here.
Yeah, or you can just like shed yourself of the billions, and then I actually, in at least right now, am more in favor, I think, of confiscatory taxing of billionaires. I don't know if this would be that, than even the raising of corporate taxes. The individual income tax, I would like to see higher as well. But all right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking to Benjamin Smith, professor of Latin American history at the University of Warwick, author of The Dope, The Real History of the Mexican Drug Trade.